And that's dishonorable. It's dishonorable. You call your husband husband? What kind of weird shit is that? You call your husband husband? You call your husband husband? That doesn't even make sense. Come on, like, yo, listen, I don't know you. I don't. That's a very weird mind state. Does anybody agree with what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't know this lady, yo. What the fuck? Shit is weird, man. Y'all weird people. Like, this shit is weird out here, yo. It's really weird. It's the golden law. Shit weird. I asked some pop. Peace to everybody. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning. So, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for showing y'all support. I want to thank everybody for being understanding and patient on this journey. Miss Hollywood, thank you. I want to thank everybody. And
want to say something. It was brought to my attention. It made a lot of sense. But, okay, so yesterday when we were talking, he made reference to me or him having my granddaughter be married off to another family or to some guy. But where I come from, a man should at least ask for a man's hand or daughter's hand in marriage. He can't even do that for me. And if he do it for me, he already knows his answer, but he still should try to do it. So we'll give him the right to choose that my granddaughter will be married off to somebody, but he don't even want to ask for somebody hand in marriage himself. Did I say that right? Love? Like, it's like this, y'all. I'm not here for no reason but because my daughter asked me to come get her. Now, that we had this little meeting yesterday and everything, and he can't answer questions like a man, because guess what? None of the situation was volatile, and nobody was getting out of the way except for the two clowns that he had with him sitting on the side, throwing in like cheerleaders, throwing in their 2 cents. Nothing was getting out the way. I just think he didn't want to man up and answer the questions. So you tear down yourself. Ain't nobody tearing you down. Ain't nobody tearing your family down. Ain't nobody. You tearing down yourself. You tearing down yourself. And what you don't want to understand is that I love my daughter and I love my granddaughter. And now so more that I'm connected to her, my family. The problem is you. You see, if you know my daughter is your ride or die and she gonna do anything for you, why you just don't let her talk to me by herself? Like, that's what I came to do. But every time I ask, can I just talk to her, you gotta be right there. Ain't nobody gonna take nobody from you. Ain't nobody trying to do none of that. Because just last week, she fucking walked out and you dropped off like she was a piece of fucking meat. Like you ain't give a fuck about what happened to her or that baby. And it's because of your actions. You draw reactions from people because of your actions. Your actions say, I don't give a fuck. But then you think about the money that you losing. So then you romance, or you call what you call romance, and that's only, what, talking a little shit, I'm going to do better, baby. I'm sorry, baby. Please give me another chance, baby. You talk all that bullshit because you know that's what she want to hear. Because ultimately, she want to strive for a monogamous relationship. Because you know she don't want to do that polygamy shit. You know, I find it strange that yesterday when we was talking, the whole time we was talking, my daughter never said nothing about, I was harassing her and I was coming in between. She didn't say nothing about that until the end of the conversation when you started talking about I'm harassing her. How I'm harassing her and she asked me to come here. That's the first thing. How I'm harassing her because she, like you said, she summoned me. But you, ain't about you. Ain't about you, Nature Boy or Elijah or whatever your fucking name is. It ain't about you, bruh. It ain't about you. So, this ride you took, let me guess. Because if my daughter is not with you, because I ain't seen her yet, that means you took her and dropped her off somewhere. For what? For what? Like, I don't understand. If you know that she not gonna leave you, and you know that she down for you, what's the problem in letting me talk to my daughter by myself? Yeah. So, you know where I'm at. I can walk 0.2 miles and stand right outside your gate and talk to you. I would like you to let that happen. I would like you to let that happen. I'm right down. I'm next door to you. You know where I'm at. You ain't gotta talk no shit. Somebody told me you was talking shit on your live yesterday when you walked off. Man, well, I was right there, dude. I was right there, and you know everything was civil, and you know everything was peaceful. And you know I told you from the get-go when I first saw you, man, kill that shit. That shit is behind us. My wife asked me to be good, and I'm trying to be civil. I'm trying to be civil with you. But see, you want to turn this into a fight. I just want to talk to my daughter by herself. So if you're so sure of yourself, why don't you let her? Not on this live, not on this camera and all of this. Why don't you let me talk to her by herself, like I asked you? Everybody is involved now, and I want you to understand that. The families of the people that you have are involved now, and I'm getting them more involved every day. You know, let me say this to y'all. I was a police officer for a very long time. And one thing we had to do was investigate crimes. We had to investigate the calls we had to go on. And in my so many years of police work, the one thing y'all gotta remember is that the sciences that deal with forensics, it's been proven over years and years and years, the patterns that people use, the patterns that people go through. Like, it got to take a very smart person not to be able to know, or a very smart person to try to get over on an investigator. So, I'm going to tell y'all how it go. I had no idea yesterday that the girl Aya left, okay? And it wasn't until we walked off from the restaurant and got halfway down the block that my wife said, hey, you know Aya left. And I said, what you talking about? And she told me why it happened. And I was like, you serious? Let's go back and look for her. So we went back to this restaurant that we were just at, and I went upstairs. But my wife was like, no, I think she down here. So we went down around the corner to another entrance, like another entrance that was hidden to the restaurant that led into another part of the restaurant, right? And that young lady was sitting on the bench by herself with a piece of foam and a little purse or sack or whatever, a backpack, all right? And I asked her, I said, well, what's going on? You know, she kind of was surprised that we popped up right there. We gave her hugs and, you know, we gave her good words. And I asked her what was going on, and she was like, oh, I left and blah, blah, blah. And she gave me this story, right? But let me tell y'all something. When a man knows something is wrong, something is wrong. Let me flip the script. When a woman knows something is wrong, something is wrong. In talking to this young lady, she told me that she left because her and my daughter wasn't getting along or something like that. And I didn't find it strange that she was there. I know a lot of people been calling me talking about she might have been a mole or she might have been a... Who cares? I don't care.
They didn't know she was there.
I don't even think they knew she was there. She was just sitting by herself, y'all. Like, where she was, if you didn't walk up on her, you could never see her sitting there. So, basically, I asked her what she was going to do, and she told me she was just going to, stay there. Or try to find something to do with herself. So we offered her to leave with us. We offered her to come to this place where we at. We offered her to get out of here because I don't think it's really safe for that woman to be out here by herself like that with no money, with a piece of broke phone that she can't use unless she find Wi-Fi. But then I started looking at her physical. I mean, I can't believe that the camera showed one thing, but when I actually gave her a hug, man, the girl was skin and bones. Like my daughter. Like my daughter is skin and bones. My wife thought that the baby was bigger than one of our grandchildren that was born right before her. But we both realized that it's because my daughter then got so small that the baby appears to be bigger than our grandchildren at home. Like they skin and bones, man. They skin and bones. So I gave her some money because I didn't want her out there with nothing. And I contacted her family. And we all on the same page with helping this young lady because she needed to get out of there. When I was talking about her children to her and her family and going home, she almost started to cry but she can't get out of this trance that she in. So I hugged her, I pleaded with her, and I asked her to leave with us. Right? Get out of here, because if you don't get out of here, you're just going to want to go right back. So then I started, my senses kicked in. And I started to think about what was going on in front of me. For one thing, she didn't smell like them. That's number one. She smelled like she was clean, like she had prepared herself for something. Now everybody, I'm not saying they smell bad. It's just when you don't use deodorant, you perspire. People all over the world, a lot of people don't use deodorant, okay? And that's something in the States that, if you don't wear deodorant, your underarms stink or something like that. But everywhere else, that's natural. So her smell wasn't like theirs. Her smell was clean. But the little dress she had on, with nothing on underneath it, kind of made me wonder what she was doing. So I'm thinking to myself, why is she here? And she don't want to leave. Is she going to go back? Let me tell y'all what I think Eligio doing. I think Eligio is pimping these people out here. I think he making them, see, this the game, this the cover up. The cover up is to make you think that they leaving. And then later they gonna come back. But when they leave, they're going out there to make money. They're going out there to sell their bodies and do whatever they gotta do for money. Because he always asking for money. Alright? And with his mentality and what he was doing with my daughter yesterday, he was leading the whole conversation. He never once, unless she was talking, but she said what she wanted to say, he never once let her really say what she wanted to say, because he was leading and controlling her whole conversation. Now, if you think I couldn't see what you was doing, you're wrong. And if you think I'm done, I'm not. So, while I'm here, you need to give me that opportunity to talk to my daughter alone. I don't want your fucking ass nowhere around. I need to talk to my daughter alone. Like, she not going nowhere. None of that. But I really think that ride last night, if she not with you, I think you done took her somewhere else. I think you done took my daughter somewhere and you hiding her somewhere. That's what I really think. That's what I really think. So, baby, you want to come over?